So today we are going to be taking a look at a scenario where civilization starts over. The last episode was very eventful. We did see loads of new countries be formed in the ashes of the red and yellow teams, and the world is now very kind of scarred. The world is very broken at the minute. There's not really a massive power who can, do stuff like Caspian was like that before, and the red team as well. But now there's a load of smaller powers that aren't as powerful, and that is why we have entered the medieval age. If you enjoyed this video, consider to subscribe because you'll never miss one of these again. So yeah, let's just get right straight into it. The first thing I'm going to start with is actually over here. As this country over here, this country is going to move their capital in a way, as they build the dream city of all time here. They build a really big city. It's kind of like the red team, what they did with their trade thing. They'll move their capital over to here, and now we have Indonesia being formed. This is the absolute worst thing ever. My mouse is going to die, and my headset is plugged in, so that's terrible. Anyway, we're actually just going to come over here for the first proper event in today's video. As we see, the Anatolians, weirdly enough, invade a country. And I all thought it was going to be this one. No, it's actually this purple one over here. They send their troops about maybe 1 or 2 years after the peace treaty, and everyone's like, whoa, why are you doing this, guys? The Anatolians are like, huh? They don't care. They have the same policies as the Mongol Empire. What's mine is mine and what's yours is mine. That's what it is, right? But they just want lots of land. They weren't specifically anti-red team, they were anti-countries. They basically thought that they should be the country in the world, and they should rule the entirety of the New World at the minute. Not America, because that didn't exist yet. It does, but people don't think it exists. So we will see the Anatolians move in around this great country. And they have heavy influence over all of these countries. So they're able to sort of, do stuff. And they work their way around areas, and then they send 2 massive spearheads out, capture the capital. And it's over for this small pink or purple country which just existed for an episode. Its northern part goes away, and then the rest of the southern part down here is going to disappear and go over to the Anatolians. And in this peace treaty, surprisingly, they will fully annex, not really surprisingly, but they will fully annex the purple country over here, making it a part of their empire, which they now are called the Anatolian Empire, if you haven't noticed already. And this blue team now, they're scared because they're kind of in the way of everything. If you wanted to transport something from, like right here up to the main area of the capital, it's much easier to just do this instead of go all the way around. So, yeah. We now see 2 friends break up. Now, I need to fix this alliance layer. Oh my god, this is old. If you take a look at alliances, some have not existed anymore. The Circle Alliance, that doesn't exist anymore. It just doesn't. The Star Alliance also doesn't really exist much. Russia, which I'm calling it Russia now because I just realised the capital's not actually in Belarus, it's in Russia. They'll leave the alliance. Also, yeah, like I said, the Circle Alliance, it just doesn't exist anymore. For the Triangle Alliance does. There's going to be one more alliance that fades from existence here. That's going to be the Pentagon Alliance, as it's allowed to exist, unlike some others. The Red Team doesn't exist anymore. It does, but it's occupied. But it'll be allowed to exist until these 2 have a falling out, and they erase it, and now these 2 are enemies. Now, I don't know if I did say this, I probably did, but this is not Persia that originated. This is New Persia. They claim to be the Persian Empire, which is why they are the same colour as Persia. So they're going to try and sort of flex their muscles a bit, and that is by expanding into some abandoned cities that Caspian used to own. And they take all of this land over here. It's quite a bit, and now it's pure hatred between these 2. India will start to expand into Bangladeshi areas, or Bengali, Bangladeshi, blah blah blah, whatever you want to call it. And these 2, they're going to kind of form their own alliances. So we see India form the Heart Alliance. It'll be between them, this country over here, I don't know, and this country over here. This is weird because it's right on the border of Persia. Now Persia's going to be like, nah. So then they're going to form their own alliance. The Square Alliance. That'll be between them, the brown team, their old friend. It's not the same brown team, but it's same name and stuff, same culture, just not the same government at all. Weirdly enough, this Djibouti country, but yeah, the alliances are starting to form now. As you even see this Sudan country down here, they'll join the alliance as well. And also this country here, I don't know. So these two look like they're going to be going to war very soon. Anyway, let's get up to a kind of daily Korea update, but not really at the same time. As the red team, they kind of want to unionize Korea. I don't know if they'll be able to do it, but they will make a treaty with Japan as they're in the alliance together, and they'll divide up this area. As they'll get all of this, they'll actually take all of this land, and then, weirdly enough, invade this country. And it goes very well, they're a lot stronger than them. This is for complete monopoly on this entire area. Let's take a look at a bit more exploring, because we haven't really done that in a while, haven't we? We see that Japan is exploring a lot more of Siberia. See a few more chips into the Himalayas, although it's not completely done yet. Some people go on some explorations. And more central Siberian exploration happens over here. And even this lavender country is working on it. People are starting to wonder, what is across the Atlantic Ocean, you know? There's either two options. One, it's a ginormous continent that no one knows about. Or two, you just reach East Asia and we have a nice, weird thing. But people, they don't really know where the Earth is round. They actually, yeah, they do know. They know the Earth is round at this point because they just do. They've tested measurements and things and they're like, oh, okay. But Germany will be like, we've got to explore a lot more of this area over here. And they will, they'll start to explore. And I do want to add an ideology map actually, because that'll be very interesting. That'll be cool actually. There's not really too many democracies. There are a few, but there's not too many democracies in the world at the minute. I'm going to say this Irish country is a democracy, and that might just be it. Most of these countries are monarchies, that's what you need to know. The Dark Red Union, that was a double dictatorship in a way, it's weird. Kind of a monarchy and dictatorship. It's weird. They were a weird country. Now we see tensions rising again between the Blue and Anatolian countries. These two might also be going to war. We could see a massive Asian-European war. Another war again. No one wants that. The world's population took a massive hit after that war. It was 15% of the world's population died. Yeah, we don't want another one of those wars, alright? Especially not straight after. It's been about probably 10 years by this point since the war. And no one wants another war, right? We just want peace now. The Anatolians, they're messing everything up. So, what are the European, or Southern Europeans at least, what are they going to do? And they're going to do the most insane thing they can think of. And that is create an alliance themselves. They make the Diamond Alliance between Italy and Portugal, as these two are now best mates. We also see Carthage join this war. And one thing to say now, the Albanians, even though they kind of have a different government, they actually don't. They have the same government. In a way, they're similar governments, really. They kind of had a way to switch back to becoming really kind of pro-expansionist, even though they can't expand because all these countries kind of hate Albania. But the Lime team and Albania, they don't like each other. Albania doesn't like the Lime team because they feel that they were betrayed after all the Italian land and the Spanish land went, because they could have been exiled to there. And yes, big tensions. And it's a bit yap so far, so I think Russia, they're going to invade into this country. However, no. The people say no. They've had enough of Russia being expansive all the time. So, we see something called a rebellion take place. This rebellion kind of wants a more aggressive Russia, which is weird because they're being aggressive at the minute. This is kind of like a weird thing, they want to be more aggressive. I don't know, it's strange, you guys make up some law. And then we see another country that literally just disappeared, they're going to rebel. That'll be Ukraine. It's not actually the same Ukraine, but it's a bit different. See a new Ukraine pop up, they are same name, but the actual Ukraine, the old Ukrainian government is down here in Caucasia. So it's kind of a bit of a succession crisis going on here, because what is going on? We see Russia be like, oh, smokes. But then we see this country get invaded by the rebellion, which, why? That's weird, isn't it? And they get taken out completely. And some of the nations, they're going to see an opportunity to get back at Russia a little bit, maybe. As the Russians are kind of be able to pretty easily put down this Ukrainian rebellion. It wasn't very strong, but then we see the greediest country in the world get involved, and Anatolia will take control of this, and Russia will be like, what? But it doesn't matter because you have a massive rebellion coming towards you, which is stronger than you at the minute. And they're going to destroy it. Whoa. And if you're not careful, you're going to get beaten up. And this Latvian country, yes, they're going to get involved. They lost land to Russia in the past, and they want some revenge as they work into Estonia and just take a bit of land over here. You also see the entire Star Alliance jump Russia as they'll come out, and Poland will actually capture the capital of Russia before the rebellion can, which is very strange. But Poland is now top 10 power. I should probably do power ranking next. I will. After this, we'll do power rankings. And then we see Finland come in, and they'll just take a little bit of land, not too much, but you know, enough to live with. And after this point, the rebellion will just kind of merge with Russia, weirdly enough. And we do see the rebellion start to kick back against Poland. And everyone's like, whoa, 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 whoa. And they'll be like, okay, let's just sign a peace treaty now because this is getting too far. So let's take a look at what that is. So this is what we see happen in the end as the country, all the star teams are just going to take land for themselves. And Russia now, they're going to stay the same colour because simplicity. But they want to reform Belarus, but Russia as a massive empire. I'm getting confused now, I really am. So we then see them expand really far. As they lost a lot of land kind of out of the war, you will gain some themselves. They just want to rebel, it's weird. And they're going full steam ahead as they look like this now. They are going to be Russia at this time. Anyway, we see Germany now as a pretty nice event. You know, just quite a lot of stuff going on. So we just see a nice event happen. As Germany will work to colonise the rest of Greenland, or not the whole, but just a bit of Greenland. They'll take some of these coastal areas. I know it's freezing up here, but they have the technology by this point to start to explore the island, the very big island. And surprisingly enough, Portugal is going to declare war on the country as what could be the last war of this video. I don't want it to be too long, so I don't have to torture myself with editing it. Portugal make a landing in Morocco, and one of the oldest countries in the world, which Portugal actually is themselves, but one of the oldest African countries in the world, will fall over to Portugal, and yeah, they were unlucky to not join the alliance, and Portugal has a monopoly over the Strait of Gibraltar. And just like that, the world is looking different. And I've been saying that was the last war, as Portugal's going in for round 2, with the friend of the Lime team this time, or their friend, as they will invade into these areas, and the Lime team also will themselves. And they will finally finish off this country as the Lime team captures the capital. And we now see the green French country like, whoa, what? But we do see the capital get split right down the middle. As, yeah, you can see, it's pretty cool. And now, Portugal and the Lime team will split the country. But I actually did say I was going to do a power ranking, so let's do them now. Number 1, I'm going to say this again now. Number 1 is Anatolia. Number 2 is China. Number 3 is Italy. Number 4 then is Russia. Number 5 is Persia. Number 6 will actually be India. Number 7 will be Germany. 8 will be Portugal. 9 will be Japan. And 10, it's actually a tie between the British Union and Poland. Anyway, let's take a look. That's going to be the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I don't know if it was short or long. I'll check, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.